DeRozan, Johnson, Pirtle, Derek White, and Murray at the guard. Should be exciting to follow. Number
35 for our guys, though, Bill. I like Pop inserting Derek White right back.
Keldon guarding Richardson inside. Porzingis gets the bucket.
What do you know? Right. Quick feet.
Jakob. DeRozan gives it off, and Keldon brings
the this season. When you take a look at point differential.
Spurs on the miss by Keldon Johnson, and now back on defense. Here is Brunson, who has been playing great basketball for this team. Jalen Brunson, third
on the floor this time, up and in for Kristaps. Chased off that three-point line, and Johnson, the veteran, in his 12th NBA season. Mavericks just a game behind San Antonio in the West, the 7th spot. Porzingis with the rebound and the putback.
Tell you what, he has been really.
James Johnson for the Spurs. It's really been their bench that has carried them for much of this season. 3 falls, and it's 18 all now.
You want to have that kind of impact from your bench.
Walker.
It also speaks as Walker knocks down another triple there. You talked about it, though, Matty, off the.
Brunson. Penetration and bucket for Jalen Brunson. 16 points a game, nearly.
Lee's Hall of Famer Pete Maravich. We got a retro card in this pack, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, I think our producer Bert Bondi sent him to me last week from Panini. And so I'm thinking it was actually from Panini because I just did a deal with my son with Panini, right? So I'm like, oh, that's nice. They're sending me some cards and shirts and then Bert got
well,
so
good. That's nice. And so ultimately,
we're okay.
You got more free product out of this. Is really what happened.
Yeah, I did. They didn't send more free agent typically, but you'd have to say, hey, when they signed LaMarcus Aldridge, in essence, he was an A-list guy. I mean, no doubt about that. But that hasn't always been there for a free agent having a terrific season for the Spurs.
Drew Eubanks with the block. Willie Cauley-Stein gets his second bucket, 3-point range. And 4 of those, as you mentioned, have come off the bench so far. Here's Mills looking for another and gets it. Patty Mills, 2 of 2 from the great beyond.
And that was a great play.
This here and Smitty, you know of the news today. LaMarcus Aldridge is no longer part of the picture in San Antonio as they look for his next home via buyout.
DA and Matt, I think he fits pretty much anywhere because he's one of those guys that doesn't need the basketball where he's going to massage it. He's going to pick and pop.
5.7 pick and roll possessions as a roll man, was #1 in the league. 5.8 points per game on pick and roll. He can still shoot. They could absorb him if they need to. But LaMarcus Aldridge, you know.
Yeah, I think so. I think if you start to look at him, if he's not you don't have him as a #1 and #2 option. If you have a guy like LaMarcus Aldridge, even starting, he's a 3rd or 4th option, or even coming off
30, 32 minutes a game. You know, you're probably at this stage, he's probably a 20-minute, 22-minute player, and then on a open or something.
Hey, GA, you know what I love about him? Other guys will be shaking their head like and wiping their hands. You know, like the ball was slippery. He just
like
looks at it.
You.
That'll be tough for me, and it's depending on what you're getting back.
Yeah, that to me, that's just a professional basketball move. He moved.
GA, what I knew was a charge when you started seeing a guy saying, my bad.
Yeah.
It's easy play. And you might get it back, GA. You know the old thing on a 3-on-1, I throw it to you early, and you have to get it.
Games, DeRozan has averaged 8.6 assists per, and has an assist-to-turnover ratio better than 5-1 as Gay knocks down his second 3. Down to 2 on the shot clock. Over Kleba, tough one, and he gets it to go. DeMar DeRozan now 7 of 8.
Mavs did on that possession, forced a very difficult shot, which again, DeRozan's able to convert, and Luka right back at you in a.
Glad you're with us here on this center court Wednesday night. On a regular night, what a great look and athletic catch and finish. Doncic to Porzingis. And an assist away from his 8th triple-double of the season. Tries to step back there. Porzingis with another offensive rebound. And Dallas gets 3 second-chance points out of it.
I'll tell you what.
Porzingis, who shoots it just under 55% from the free throw line.
Guys that are going to get the bulk of the opportunities. You need those guys to be a little bit more efficient. And you can just see a different energy. I'm sorry, Matt, a different energy defensively here by Dallas, though. That was a great finish by White.
Strong take by Derek. So good in the first half. But they're struggling to score here in the third quarter with just 11 points. Keldon Johnson will try to change that and knocks down a three. Make it 14 in the third now, and the lead suddenly is trimmed. DeJounte Murray gives it up. Johnson inside. Strong finish from Keldon Johnson.
The impact of three-point shooting, but the irony of it is it's not like the three-pointer just got here.
No.
Here since the
DeRozan.
70s. And that's looking to get the conventional or traditional three-pointer there with a strong finish. Just was able to dislodge Porzingis enough to not allow him to gather. You see how that right shoulder just goes into him, and now doesn't allow
team as well.
Yeah, but they shoot him well. Like, that's the to me the key is, can you be efficient with it? And just another strong play by DeMar DeRozan, who is looking like the now as well because of the impact of three-point shooting, but also, you know, the style of which teams are going to play, right? The game's kind of inverted now. Now we want to open the paint for the perimeter players to attack and create the opportunities, and then put the bigs out on the perimeter to kind of take the defensive-oriented big players away from the rim.
Bucks and one. And there's no telling what the Spurs' plans are for DeRozan moving forward, but if
oh my goodness,
what a finish.
And you see what I think that's Lonnie Walker there. You know, they're just playing fast. You know, they're trying to push as quickly as possible, get up, not allowing the Mavs to get back defensively, and you can see.
Play. Doncic past Mills. He's torching Patty Mills right now, inside and outside, and gets to the rim there. And Doncic.
And I think, and it's the same philosophy with any great player. You want to make them take the most difficult shots, and that didn't look too difficult for Tim Hardaway Jr. there.
As we get things rolling, Patty Mills still getting it done in his 12th season in the NBA.
Not quite as good a defensive unit. I want to see how they adjust to dealing with the Mavs in the half court.
Willie Cauley-Stein has the feeling tonight. He's 5 of 6 from the field. They spent about a week in a Charlotte hotel because they couldn't get back to Texas because of all the snow and ice that was happening back home. Three-pointer for Hardaway Jr. If he finds the stroke, the complexion of this game could change.
A guy that is comfortable with his back to the basket. And then, you know, that's kind of the way he's learned how to play the game, is Patty Mills finds the range there on that triple forward that is going to space it on offense. You hope it gives you quality defensive effort and it can rebound in his position. And there you go in a nutshell.
Right.
As far as shooter, you got to learn how to space and put yourself in positions where you're going to get more attempts. And right there, DeJounte Murray turns on the afterburn. Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, so much uncertainty, so much yet to be determined. I mean, you look at that, you know, listen, 4.5 games separate you from you just never know how this thing's going to all play out.
Just to remind NBA fans, as Porzingis handles the business end of the alley-oop from.
Change that call, give it to the Mavericks. Good effort there by Kleber to save that possession.
Porzingis got it. Kristaps Porzingis now with 20 on the night.
Greatness of him too is, you know, he's won each way, right? He's won offensively and he's won defensively. I mean,
Porzingis.
they had some dominant teams. Speaking of dominant right now, Porzingis has just taken over down low for the Mavs. Inside, contested that shot by Rudy Gay, didn't allow him to get the easy layup, and Luka able to make the really difficult finish there on the baseline, and the Mavs now create more difficult for you here with under 2 minutes to go.
They've shot it well, but they've cooled off since the first half. Doncic knocks down the three as he's heating up at just the right time.
That might be a little bit made there.
There are some fans in Dallas tonight. Not a full house. About half the league now has fans in their arenas as Porzingis knocks down another jumper. shooting. You know, Doncic the other night started for Team LeBron in the All-Star game as DeRozan knocks down the three. Always a smile on his face. He loves to play basketball.
He really does, and that's, I think, what